There we go, we're live. Boom. If everyone's ready, then
I'll pop my headphones on.
yeah. Everyone ready up. Mr. Raven here is our FIA today, so he'll be actively giving out penalties to, things that may look like they need
There we go.
penalties. He can hear us now.
Yep.
Anyway, qualifying.
Yep.
Raven, how do you think it's going to go?
Qualifying. I think someone's going to have a very bad day.
I can agree with that.
And someone is going to have a very good day.
I can tell you this, Polaris has said he doesn't like this track. He's not a fan.
Oh, on the other hand, I know quite personally that Thermiter himself is quite a fan of Singapore and enjoys racing Singapore.
I've raced against him before at Singapore. We've had one or two incidents in the past in another league. We've brushed over that earlier in the VC. If any of you were there, you probably know what I'm talking about. But we've cleared that all up. He ended up getting points regardless, so I'm pretty sure he did at least. I know I did. That's one of the facts. I know I got points that race.
10-11.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
what is it, James?
My point is that Thermiter knows the track quite well from my personal experience because I race with him casually.
Now, I've raced with him competitively in a league, so... I also believe that one of the Alpine drivers under the name of Luxy needs to go into a VC with his race engineer. Just been told that in general, so... It's the one joy of Discord.
He has a race engineer?
Yeah, he does now. He's issues with teammates, you see. We've got one of the Mercedes out on track. Which one it is, I don't know. Because I'm stuck at... It's TTV Race, a.k.a. Kian. He's going to be the first car out on track. We've got more cars coming out now, so hopefully the track should start filling up. I always forget to set up the bloomin' stuff, the track map and stuff on the broadcast, so...
Indeed.
So yeah, I shall now grab the stream.
That is, so that we have a William and a Mercedes, and one of the Haas is out.
Yeah, the Haas being one of the newest entries, so...
Yes. Reminder to all to put on your setups. We had some people last race that didn't put setups on.
Or were unable to by pressing A, so...
The Ferrari's out. Just... I don't know if that was just because of the way that the game handles the turning there, but it looked like
they
snap
into the fast lane. They snap into the fast lane. It's a weird little visual glitch. It's a very weird little visual glitch. Everyone but Tame Super Jazz out on track. He's the only person I think he's on a different strategy here to,
He's still entirely in the pit.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to go out a bit later, Wait till all the initial fuss has gone so he can have a clear track to himself, which might be a good play.
Might be a good play, and it might also, wear the track in a little.
Yeah, he's going to wait for his banker lap to be offset with everyone else. I
Indeed.
think that's what he's trying to do. Oh, Bartek hits the wall.
Ooh.
And he's on the runoff, and he's hit the wall bad. He's out of the session. What happened there?
I didn't even see what happened to Bartek. I was looking at looking at Gagles.
Yeah, no, I've caught that on the live stream, so if you don't have a replay of that, you can see he just sort of tapped the wall and his car careered off in. Bartek, if you could give us an answer in general, please.
Yeah.
His game crashed. Right, I see. Quite unfortunate for him there, but
that is not what we. That is what we call
a substantial game crash at that.
Oh God.
We're right on board with Spirit here. He's one of the few yet to start a push lap, and I think Tame Super Jazz is on track and is slightly offset to everyone else. So I think he's going to wait for those ahead of him to go on their hot laps, get a huge gap, and then spear his way around.
Yeah.
I think he's got a good chance of winning today if he keeps his head in the game.
Some smooth driving from
quite a few of the
Haas.
people, yeah. Quite a few of the people on the track here have quite a good amount of skill. Others don't. We know one or two people have had issues with realism and not realism in the game so far. Watching the Haas
Indeed.
here. The new Haas driver of Kevin, aptly named, to be driving a Haas, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So as it stands, every single driver has been out the pit lane, as we see Kian taking the fastest lap so far. Killspree goes ahead of him by 3 seconds, but we're going to get the Haas across the line. Improves to second. Not by a big amount either. Remember, it's the single qualifying session here, so it's not Q1, Q2. Oh, excuse me, Q3. Should really stop drinking Coke while I commentate.
Gagler's claiming third.
I know he can go a lot faster around the track. He's also very good in the wet, which may come into play. We have radar signs that there may be rain towards the end of the race, so set to be a thrilling one.
So this is going to be a dry to wet then.
Oh, Spirit's out! I caught that on the stream. He put the power down too early and he spun out the corner.
You know,
what a
wow!
shame. Yeah.
I was looking at. I swapped over to Tame Super Jazz, and I see Spirit's car just turned sideways in the middle of the track. So
he got on the power way too early out of the hairpin, and he just went round. Real
be
shame
careful going.
there. And the other Mercedes is in the runoff. No, he's lost his wing. Kian's lost his wing through, what is that, turn 14.
Yeah. That's going to put a real damper on his qualifying, but I will also add anyone who's coming out of the... and he's just stopped.
So slight update on the situation with Spirit. He couldn't get the power down properly and he suffered a spin issue, but he did go purple in the first sector, which is a huge shame for his team.
Yes.
But anyway, in the melee that just happened with the Mercedes there, Thermeister's got his way into third.
Nice.
So
I will say, if Spirit's car hasn't despawned, because it was still there when Tame turned the corner.
I assure you it's gone.
Okay, good. My point that I was trying to make there from back when that first happened was to be careful going around that corner, because he was sideways in the middle of the track.
I know this track is notoriously tricky with some, as we've already seen, but I have a feeling the race is not going to end too well for some.
No, this is what I mean.
I think this race is definitely going to be a race of attrition.
Yes. Considering the fact that it's a 50% race that'll start raining towards the end, definitely. You don't want to get caught out in the rain on Singapore without the proper tyres.
Definitely. We also have a reason to why Gaggles is suddenly a second off the pace. He accidentally put 7 laps of fuel in for his hot runs instead of the recommended 5 or 6. You know, slight oversight there. But
that's a good way of
having a proper banker out there. Yeah, a proper good banker. Thermeister's back out on the track. Or sorry, going for a second push lap.
Interesting choice.
Or he's overshot the pit lane.
There's a yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag?
Tame's going slowly. I think he's trying to preserve the tyres as much as he can here.
Fair enough.
Because for all, I know 1 or 2 of the drivers are going to try and make the mediums last as long as they can. So we've got Killspree and Kian back out on the track, followed by Gaggles as well. So Kevin and Luxy are both still in the pit lane. Anyway, watching Thermeister here. He's not had the best of seasons so far.
No, he's been. I will remark he has been incredibly unlucky and involved in some collisions
incidents
that were.
Oh, yellow in the middle sector again. It's the Mercedes again.
Ooh,
I think he's locked it in the runoff. I don't see any damage from this offboard shot. We'll have to wait till we get another camera angle on that. He appears to be fine. I think he
it looks like his front wing's intact.
I think he just overshot the corner, which is the issue he suffered there.
Thankfully, it's his outlap, so it's not going to ruin his time.
It may have hindered 1 or 2 other people, though. I'm not too sure, but this might have just ruined his plans for a decent position in a hot lap, because I know he came out second on the track out of all of those who pitted. So as we see Thermeister coming into the pit lane here. The Alpine and the Haas are back out on the track now. And I think Killspree is going to be the first person. He's very wide through the final corner there. My goodness.
129.78.
There's an outlap.
7-0. Yeah. That's good.
He's got a really stonking outlap. There's a yellow in the middle sector again. It's for Kian going slowly. I thought we had a double Mercedes DNF in qualifying then.
That would be interesting. I'll point out the Ferrari is back in the pits.
Yep, we did see that on the stream. So, Killspree up in the first sector by 600ths. He's wringing everything out of that Williams car. Albeit it is equal car performance, but he is wringing everything out of that car.
Jazz, I don't think is pushing it particularly hard. I don't.
Stopped in the final sector. It's not from a crash. He's just going slowly. I think he was just letting the other two vehicles ahead. To get back on board with Killspree, I think he's gone off somewhere because he is going quite slowly now.
Jazz, I believe, is conserving his momentum, and then he might be going back into the pits this lap.
Or he was banking on Killspree here, our lovely Polaris, to mess up his hot lap, and he could maybe take that. The yellow flag on the main straight is just the fact Keane is going quite slowly. He's back up to speed. Yeah, something happened to Polaris in the middle sector we didn't see, but he's suddenly down 4 seconds. The Haas is letting the Alpine by. Yes.
Aid.
Right. Tame is out on a lap, but he's quite off the race.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, he is coming back into the pits as Gaggles goes third fastest.
Nice.
Now that he's taken off that 7 laps of fuel, I think he'll be significantly faster.
Yes, I do feel like putting 7 laps of fuel in your car is a surefire way of
just maybe
surefire way of maybe being a little slower, possibly a little more stable due to the added weight, but a lot slower.
Now, do correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that Thermice has just used his 3rd set of softs.
Maybe.
It's an interesting strategy choice. You know, we do know that rain is forecast, and we don't know how good these tyres are on a qualifying or on a race pace. Sorry. So could it be he's going to try use all of his tyres here, and then go as far as he can into the race on the hards? Is there, I believe,
possibly.
There's an Alpine spun through the first 3 corners.
Ooh. Yeah, TTV is fun.
Just call him Luxy. That's how I remember.
Oh, Luxy.
TTV is Luxy.
I don't. Yeah,
We've also got 2
really know
TTVs
many.
here, so
fair enough.
Just to avoid a bit more confusion.
No, that's fair. I don't really know many of the people
it's
by.
Fine. You slowly get up to it. It's a lot. It's a lot better with a starting league because I've started commentating in some leagues midway through seasons. We see Kian clattering the wall.
No.
He's fine.
Really?
But he's gone for quite a hit. You can see it back on the stream. You know, as I was saying,
Thermite is out on his rate on his.
The Alpine,
I
believe, has just had a moment again. He's going again. But as I said, starting commentating mid-season when you don't know any of the drivers' names is absolutely abysmal.
Yes, that is fair. Gagles coming into the pits.
Yep, I think he may have overshot the pit entry there, which is why we had the yellow out. So Kian so far just a 10th down, so it could be a salvageable lap if he gets the rest of the track right. And he's very wide through that part of the track. Won't be penalised because it is just generally a loss of time through there. A lovely onboard shot over the Anderson Bridge into this very tricky hairpin of 13. Now into the long run-up, DRS straight into turn 14 here. And I think
clean moves by Thermite.
Yes, he has.
I would say Thermite is driving pretty cleanly on this lap. And then I cursed him.
You just cursed him there, the commentator's curse. We love it. He was up on that lap as well. He's lost the time he was up by and more there. So I definitely think he's backed out.
I would hope that loss of rear grip wasn't too damaging, but
he's lost a second on his lap time, which is unfortunate.
Yes.
I think it was just over a second and all. So we'll see if he comes over the line. No, he's coming into the pit lane.
Oh.
I think this will be all we see from him.
I think maybe he'll just
couple of minutes.
I think maybe he'll just take the 6th position, unless
it might be 7th, but guaranteed he's got people behind him. Albeit,
Oh, yeah.
albeit one of them is someone with quite a questionable racing history so far.
Both. Both are.
Nah, Spirit's more clean.
Well, Spirit's more lethal to themselves than anyone else.
Yeah. So he won't be an issue. I'm worried about Bartek. The Haas going slowly, triggering the yellow flag. Kian appears to be really pushing his car here now. So maybe his previous laps have all led up to this, because his banker lap is 3 seconds off. So he is 2/10ths down, but he is honestly ringing the hell out of this car. That was very close to the wall, picking up some marbles there.
Yeah.
Back over the Anderson Bridge.
Ooh.
That looks like a pretty decent line. He's good on the power there as well, so he's not at a risk of doing what his teammate did earlier. He's somehow lost a second and he's off into the runoff.
He's into the runoff.
Yeah.
It didn't even look like he attempted to try and turn there.
The game
I wonder
audio,
what happened there.
I think he was focusing on something else there for a second and then just missed the braking zone. I've done that once or twice before. It is a lot to try and keep central on this track. I know that for a fact. Love the fact the camera bumps with the car over the curbs. It's such a minor thing. So we see
Not the most clean entry to the pit lane.
yeah. As we watch Kevin here in the Haas coming out the final corner to start his probably last push lap here.
I hope he does. You know what? I hope that we have some intense competition up at the front.
Oh, last race that was intense as heck. You know,
Well, it was intense all across the grid.
yeah, but still,
Last race.
if Thermeister can get his ideas up, I'm pretty sure that top 6 are going to be fighting the whole race.
Ooh, Thermite is going out again. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I think he came in for a new set of tyres. We see the Haas here. He is up in the first sector. Not a purple, but it is a personal best. So what can he wring out of this car? He needs to try get 2/10ths this lap to be ahead of Killspree. He was perilously close to the barrier on that corner there. He really is going for this lap. Is it going to pay off? He's very central through here. Oh, very close into the kink before the Anderson Bridge. Through the hairpin of 13, he is very close to that barrier on the exit. If we had the closeness measure, I'm pretty sure that would have been... And he's backed out. What a shame. He had a
That was
stonking
interesting.
first sector. Not sure the reason he's backed out of that as he
Oop,
just
the Haas onto the runoff and tapping
brushes the wall. No damage, but
that is unfortunate. He was having such a good push lap until
I
then.
think he's suffering a technical issue. That might be his issue because his car is snapping a bit more. I mean, in your first race though, P2, that is not a bad look to have.
No, I mean even if say during the race proper he loses several places,
Still.
he ends up say 4th, 5th. That's still an impressive
a
performance.
very good points haul. Spirit as well. I feel he's going to be one to look forward to in the later parts of these races. If he keeps his nose in the game, we know he's quite good in the wet.
Indeed.
His drive pace as well isn't too far off someone like Gaggles. We know at this track in the time trials, Spirit would have been faster in a 1-lap pace. But it's general race pace that we need to be key here.
Speaking of Gagles, he is starting his push lap now.
I'm keeping an eye on this Haas. He's just gone wide, so I think we'll re-invite Kian here in a moment. We'll also, we'll watch Gaggles here. Not as close to the wall as we've seen one or two other people this lap, but...
What about Bartek? If Bartek's crashed, he'll need a re-invite.
Lewis has finally joined, except he's done for qualifying, so he is starting last. Lewis, quickly take control of your car, bud. And I mean quickly.
You have 1 second. 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 1 second.
Okay, that was my bad earlier. Thermeister only used 2 sets. He's told me.
Okay. Look, I didn't... Well, yeah, I didn't think he used 3.
Whoa!
It was based on the amount of pit stops.
Very close to the wall.
Practically hugging it.
And he does kiss it there as well. He's not backing out. Killspree does go faster. Could we see Gaggles possibly shoot to the top of the charts? The times are going to start coming in. Kevin is not going to be improving.
I don't know if Gaggles will improve.
He might be. I've not been paying proper attention to his sector splits, but he is pumping stuff out of this car. Thermeister moves up to P4. P5, sorry. So he is starting P5. Gaggles across the line. Improves to second. What a lap for him. Right.
That was one hell of a lap. Easily worth tapping the wall.
TTV. So
easily worth that little tap on the wall for a second's worth of improvement.
Right, we're gonna have Tame pitting. I don't think he thinks it's enough.
Maybe, maybe he's just going to call it and save the wear.
Sector 3 as well. Bartek, are you in the game or not? Just in case, because I don't want to have to start. Okay, Lewis, are you in your car? Kevin says he's screwed it completely, as the nice version of what he said.
Fair enough. To quote it, that lap was shagged.
Yes. We tried to keep it as family friendly as possible here.
Understandable, fair enough.
Lewis, you should have got in one. Okay, that's good, Bartek. Oh no, that's the issue that suffered from Tame. He didn't have enough fuel on the last run. So that was the issue with him. Right, Lewis, you're going to need to be... Yeah, so here are our... here are the results.
We had Gaggles with too much, and Tame with not enough.
Always the slight issues here. We'll quickly have a look at the racing here, so you can see who has used 3 sets. Gaggles and Tame... Thermeister and Kian have all used 3 sets. In other words, Lewis, you're going to need to be very, very quick with grabbing a car. Here are the multiple incidents. Multiple people were warned that session just for going wide. No one was given a penalty, but yeah. So, don't ready up yet, those who are watching. I'd assume everyone's still in. If you're not, please tell me, in general. Get a lovely view of the pit lane here. Before we... continue. What do you think your prediction is?
I think Gaggles will finish on the podium somewhere.
Oh, definitely. He is one of the few drivers to also have 100% podium streak. So him and Polaris, aka Killstreak.
I think there's a good shoe-in for... I think it's a good shoe-in chance for Thermiter to get up on podium as well.
Again, Thermiter, one of the few yet to be on the podium so far. Let's look at it. Yeah.
And not necessarily even through any fault of his own. There's been just a massive amount of... There's just been massively unlucky so far.
As we know, last race, Tame Super Jazz didn't get on the podium due to his unfortunate final lap incident with Gaggles. But he did get the fastest lap. Oh, pardon me. I really do need to stop drinking Coke while I commentate. Yeah. So essentially, as it stands, Thermeister...
I do adore Thermiter's directed statement of me. I'm sorry for cursing you.
It's lovely from him. Very nice guy.
He's so polite. He has never once said anything mean.
He would never. He's got a heart of gold.
The heart, yes, but the thing that surrounds it, less so.
So yeah, there are 2 drivers yet to be on the podium who are 3rd and 4th. One being Bartek. He had a brilliant showing. This season on track, he's finished consecutively P4 each time. So he's got a good streak running. Penalties applied, not so much. And Tame, who finished with 18 points last race. So... could things go his way today? Could he get his debut podium?
Funnily enough, I think everyone here has a good chance if they can just keep it clean.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a loading screen, so I don't know about everyone else.
I'm stuck in waiting for players with a nice view of the
loading
pit.
screen I'm stuck on. There's a Marshall there looking very fed up on the right-hand side, so...
Hey, I'm just saying, y'all do need to keep it clean.
Yeah.
You don't keep it clean, I am here for exactly that.
He will penalise you. He's co-commentator as we see all the cars on the grid. I don't think Lewis was able to get his car in time, which is unfortunate for him, but we are green. It's a very tentative start from the field. TTV going to the back, Killspree leading the way, Gaggles in second, Thermeister and TTV Tame are fighting.
We have contact at the back.
And there is contact. I don't see any wing damage from anyone, but it was...
I don't exactly know who that was, but I think it might have
was
been the Alpine and one of the Mercedes.
And the Alpines getting into each other. Bartek here is going to try defend the Mercedes, try and keep him behind to help his teammate lead the race.
Ooh,
we see multiple cars off the track
in
the background. Yeah, many cars off. These four are all on the hard tyres. Let's quickly get a run in and see who's starting on what set of tyres here. So we see a very, very big mix. People starting on the hard tyres is Spirit, both Mercedes cars, Bartek, Thermeister, and of course Kevin in the Haas. The Alpine, Tame, and Gaggles on the mediums, and Killspree on the soft tyres. As we see side-by-side action here between TTV and Bartek, and they've crashed!
Bartek in the wall!
The teammates collide. Bartek is still going. We have a VSC. Bartek is going to have to come into the pit lane to get that replaced. I'm sure he has a new front wing. That is a dreadful start for them. And there's more contact. Bartek spins the Alpine in the background.
I think that might be. That
might be a penalty point already, and we're not even a lap through the race.
I don't see any reason for that contact to have happened.
Yeah, we do see Kian coming into the pit lane here, as well as Bartek and the Alpine.
What the pit wall?
Bartek, he does his own stuff. Leave him be. He'll probably take himself out in 5 laps anyway. That crash between the Mercedes and the Williams, though, that was a weird one. We're back at the racing speeds, so...
that
whole incident is going to be...
That collision between him and the Alpine, and the Alpine is... I think that is clear-cut enough that we
don't need a report for that. Anyway, as we can see, the soft compound, not really a racing tyre unless it's really late in the race. The people on the mediums and the people on the hards are the ones to look out for, especially the people that have just pitted, because now we've got 2 more people on the mediums and 1 off the mediums onto the hards. So could we see Killspree here grab a huge lead but have to pit for an unnecessary stop in this race? As there's a yellow in the middle sector, it's for Spirit. He's tapped the wall. Safety car out for debris on the track. Bartek's front wing, they were able to grab the majority of it, but Spirit's front wing is on the racing line, which is the reason we have a safety car here today. And Spirit is deep in the runoff. So could we see... Spirit
is definitely going to have to pit.
Could we see...
These hards...
these hards might not be the good tyre. The mediums, I think, are the way to go.
These hards definitely do not seem to be applying enough grip.
As Gaggles gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Wow!
I did not see that coming.
I really didn't, no. But as it stands, the top 2, the Haas and the Williams, are yet to make a stop. That's very important. Killspree, Polaris, the man leading the championship from Gaggles, the man who just got a 5-second penalty, he is on the front of the pack in the softs. Could we see him being forced into the pit lane around the lap 10 mark? And there might have been contact there under the safety car.
I will remind everyone that there is rain later in this race.
It is forecast. How much we don't know. I believe the clouds are slowly starting to move in to make it overcast, so no rain as of yet. But the radars we do have, it is coming in.
Yeah, so I think that it's influencing a large majority of the people who are on the hards.
Yeah.
They might be on the hards until the rain starts, so they only have to pit once.
Because we know the mediums can last halfway through the race.
That is true.
So the hard runners could be trying to bank it for stay on them as long as possible, come in, get on the inters, or maybe wets. We don't know how wet it's going to be. And then bomb it ahead. So for those just joining us, we've got a safety car due to excessive debris on the racing line, courtesy of Spirit slightly locking up into the hairpin of turn 13, as well as that Bartek and Kian had their own little incident which caused the Alpine to be spun on the opening lap. So a pretty eventful first three laps here.
There's been quite a lot of contact in the first few laps as well.
Actually, let's check the race director to see the incidents so far. Only 2. Gaggles for crossing the pit lane exit line, and Gaggles as well for speeding the pit lane. Let's see who's pitted.
Interesting.
So as we can see, the first person to change tyres was the Kian, as well as a front wing change. Crucially though, both Mercedes this race have changed their front wing, and they've both opted for the hard tyres. Oh, sorry, the medium tyres. Yeah, as we can see, Gaggles, the Haas of Kevin is up a position, as well as that, the Alpine is down 2 positions from where he started, and the people behind him are up. So,
At this point now, we're just forming up behind the safety car and waiting.
Stuck in a menu.
Ah, that is unfortunate.
Which means I can't commentate the race. So.
Oh no.
I may have to leave the session, which is a bit of an issue.
Yes.
I may need to force shut down my game because I'm stuck in a menu.
Is there no? Can you not? Which menu are you stuck in?
I'm stuck in the race director's menu, and it's not letting me out. There's no backup button. There's no button for me to get out. There's normally like B or something, but it's just A to select, and I can't. I'm stuck.
Try selecting something and then
leave.
pressing B.
I can't do anything. I'm just stuck in a menu. I'm gonna have to quickly force kill my game, so, or at least, yeah, I'm just gonna force kill it. Press the menu. I was pressing the menu button. I'll do it again to prove. I press the menu button and nothing happens. Great, it's refused.
Well, at least I'll point out that at least while we were under the safety car, nothing much is happening. Though there is a bit of contact between, I believe Kian and Thermite are under the safety car there.
I'm pressing escape as well. Nothing's happening. So everyone this race, apart from the top 2, have left and rejoined. Annoyingly, I'm stuck in a menu, and I'm going to have to force restart my game. So if you could take over commentary quickly, please.
Yes, I can do that.
Love the technical issue.
So as we restart under the safety car, we already have someone spinning. Who is that? That is Spirit. Spirit has spun immediately, and then tries to right himself, spins back around, and ends up facing the wall. As we see everyone go around these. Ooh. I'm trying to do my best to keep track of where everyone is, but like, this is why I mostly stick to the onboards. The cinematic camera tends to leave me a little disorientated.
That is completely fine. Just getting the game reopened again. If someone could send me an invite if I have them added very quickly. I'm sure that it won't use too much time, especially due to the fact it's just after a safety car. You know, if you watch, I click the race director button.
As we see Gagles overtake the Haas.
Hey, Gaggles back into P2.
We still have caution in sector 2.
What has happened in the middle sector?
Ooh.
Who is it?
Ooh. And that is Zazu. TTV just Zazu. Yeah. DNF.
Oh, Luxie's out, is he?
He is DNF.
That is a shock.
Yeah, Luxie's out.
Luxie, send me.
Luxie's out. I think he. Based on what I saw, I think he just locked up, didn't steer, went into the runoff and hit.
If we can get a replay
hit
of
the
that,
wall.
I'm sure I'll grab that up on the Discord when we have it posted in general, because I know Lux is one of the few recording his race.
Other than that, he might have also had based on the camera angle when I swapped to him, he went off screen. It looked into the runoff.
Ah. Right. Yeah, Luxy, if you could throw me an invite, but I know you've just retired. Is it another safety car? Please.
No, it was
No?
it was not because.
Yeah, right. Invite me, someone, please, quickly. Cough, cough. Luxy, specifically.
As we see Bartek overtaking Thermiter, going wide, and Thermiter taking the place back.
Those two have had a lot of history this season so far.
Yes, they had multiple collisions last race in Japan.
Forgot Luxy's not in the VC, so I was asking him. Yeah. There we go. We finally have the invite, so I can rejoin back in. We can get back to regular commentary. We've seen.
And not my attempts at commentary.
No, you're doing a good job for a hired FIA. We've seen a very.
I'm not very good at. I don't think I'm very good at holding commentary on my own.
Yeah, you always need a co. I've always been a lead commentator.
Yes.
So.
I'm better at just adding some things.
Luxy.
Thermiter is into the pits,
Ooh.
and he's going to be changing either off. What is he changing onto? Onto the hards.
Now that might be a good strategy play here because we know he pitted off.
Kian is also into the pits, changing onto another pair of mediums.
Speaking of Kian, he was left a not so nice message by a certain Alpine driver just now in the general. We won't read it out.
Oh, really?
Talking about his turn one defense. Thermiter said he needs more hards. The mediums won't work if we have a safety car. It was a safety car.
Ooh.
It was a safety car. Oh no! Spirit's lost the wing again.
There wasn't a safety car until just now.
So,
at which point I think it is.
I think that was because of Spirit. We can see Bartek's up 3 places from this point in the race. How has he done that?
This just came out. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's my
right,
point. It didn't come out. It didn't.
Thank you. That's what
it wasn't out when we had our Alpine DNF'd.
So yeah, as we can see, we're gonna have the positions gained and lost. Polaris says the safety car sucks for him. So
well, we can't all be winners under the safety car.
1 or 2 of the winners.
How many safety cars do you think we'll have this race?
We can only have 2 more. There's a set limit on the amount of caution periods we can have at a race, and that's 5. So we can only have.
Really? Have we already?
We've had
this is only our second, right?
We've had 1 VSC though, and that counts towards it. So.
Ah.
So it's 1 of every kind, basically. So a red flag would count to 1 as well. So. Also for this.
At that point, they just.
Yeah.
At that point, they just stop caring, and you can do whatever you like.
We do see Spirit trying to pelt his way back towards the group, as we do see Polaris coming into the pit lane. So the current
probably going to be swapping off of the
definitely
softs onto something like the mediums.
Off the softs.
I would imagine he'd be swapping onto the mediums.
We are watching him. It is the medium tire.
There would be no reason to go for the hards at this point in the race,
for him especially,
all things considered.
Because as it stands, we don't know the last 10 laps could be wet, the last 5. Heck, even the last lap itself could be wet. We don't know when the rain's coming in, but we know it's coming in sometime soon. He's now down at the run end of the field, promoting Bartek up 4 positions from where he started. Which is absolutely phenomenal to think about.
Yes, I'm sure Bartek, right in the heart of the pack, will not cause any issues when the race restarts.
No, it's weird because sometimes he's completely calm with it. He's completely fine. He drives completely normally. Even like a top-tier driver sometimes he drives like. It's weird.
Well, yeah, it's weird. Like some of his push laps were amazing.
Yeah. Especially
especially
off the start of the races and the start of the safety cars. He tends to go flying up the field.
I feel like almost one of the biggest things I keep noting with him is just a lack of situational awareness.
Yeah.
For example, when he pulled back onto the track in Japan and collided with Thermiter.
Nearly collided with Thermiter. Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Well, they did. They did
That
collide.
was just me having a forgetful moment there. I forgot about the consequences of the actions. So safety car in this
Safety
lap.
car in this lap.
It's good to see that Spirit has indeed caught the back of the field. But anyway, we're going to get back to the front of the field for this safety car restart. So we got Gaggles here, the McLaren back driver driving in his own team. The team is named after him, Gaggles Autosport. It's one of the Autosport Association teams, as I like to call them, the AA. Funny little joke.
They're only one A off of
Yeah.
They're only one. They're only one A off being a motorway repair
No,
service.
it is double A, AA. Anyway, Gaggles
Yeah, is it not?
has decided.
I thought it was AAA.
That's America.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, Gaggles leads the safety car restart. He has got quite a gap behind him between him and his Haas behind him, and Thurmeister, as I believe Thurmeister's off the track, and we've had a spin. It's Kian at both Mercedes around.
Oh, was there collision?
There might have been contact through that set of corners there. Bartek retaining that P4 position from Thurmeister. Could we see the Williams tactics coming into play here, where Bartek holds Thurmeister up to let his teammate try and get ahead? It's looking to be the case as of now. Could the Williams...
A Williams-Ferrari sandwich.
Oh, and there's almost contact between the two Williams cars. But Killspree is ahead.
And Killspree just tapped the wall, overtaking Thurmeister.
Thurmeister loses the rear. I'm pretty sure Bartek's going to give the position to his teammate in a reasonable place, like the massively long back straight to come up ahead. But we'll see what happens here. Bartek is significantly slower at the moment because of his warm tyres. As we know, the person on the freshest tyres on the field in the top 5 is the person we're riding on board here. It is Mr. Killspree. We do have a tiny bit of lag delay on the stream. Bartek defends. And is there contact? No, there isn't. He gets through on the outside. That could have been bad.
Indeed, that was fortunate. That could have nearly resulted in someone being taken out.
That could have been a double team DNF there. That would have been shambles. That would have definitely shaken up the field.
That would have been awful.
That would have been. Anyway, Gaggles.
Likely another safety car.
Anyway, Gaggles leading the way.
If not a red flag.
Yeah. Gaggles leading the way from the Haas behind him. Killspree down 4 positions from where he started. But besides that, the top 3 have not changed at all. They are just as they were a lap ago. I think we really do have to admire, though, the opening lap of that safety car from Killspree. He's up 3 positions from where he was before.
That was an excellent start. And Bartek takes the place back from Thurmeister, moves in with an aggressive defend to cut him off.
These guys have a hell of a history. Thurmeister down the inside. Is there contact? The smallest amount.
There contact?
Wheel to side pod. Bartek has the inside line. They don't touch, and that allows Spirit to get through on Bartek, as there is a yellow flag. It's for Kian.
That was a clean overtake on Thurmeister's part. He swung right round.
Yeah, Kian losing in the runoff there. Killspree now is back up onto the top group. Could we see him fighting with Tame here, or could we see him trying to preserve his tyres? And he's crashed! He's out of the race! Our championship lead is out the race!
Out.
He's hit the back of Tame, and his championship hopes are dashed temporarily. The heavens have opened up in the respect that we are going to get our brand new winner this race, regardless of what happens. Wow!
We have an unknown win.
This is the race to watch.
I saw him go off. I only just missed the contact.
No, what happened was, I think he outbroke himself.
Really?
I think he outbroke himself behind Tame here. I've got it on the live stream. I was watching it as he was coming behind him. As we see Spirit coming into the pit lane. Yeah, it looked like he just outbroke himself behind Tame. I'm not sure if Tame is
getting a front wing change onto another set of softs.
Softs, did you say? He is on softs. Bold strategy move.
He's gone onto another set of softs.
Both Mercedes onto the softs.
Really?
Both Mercedes cars have pitted for the soft tyres. This could be...
That is so interesting.
This could be a very good strategy play for them.
Well, we don't quite know when the rain will happen. So it's a bit of a gamble going onto the longer lasting,
I think
less gripping
I
tires.
think I found out what's
Because
happened. There's a minor contact under safety car, no crashes. I think Kev outbroke himself, or like broke too early, and it caused Tame to brake a bit more, and then Polaris, as well as outbraking himself, collided in the back.
we also apparently Thermite here is also complaining about Bartek making use of his AI.
Yeah.
Polius apparently also hit his tire on the inside wall too, trying to avoid people.
No, I think it was a combination of Kev outbraking himself slightly and then braking too early, and then just a slight miscommunication generally. So, no penalties applied for anyone there, because that'd just be, you know. But yeah, this could promote Gaggles into the lead of the championship. He's only 17 points behind, so P2 or P1, and yeah. Also, there's been a very nice message from Thermeister directed towards Kian saying, "Can you please stop getting right behind me?" As we see the Haas getting disqualified for...
Qualified from the session for ignoring yellow flags. Did he ignore the safety car?
I think he was trying to pit. That
strange.
Right. In my opinion, that should be allowed back in there. To be fair, we should have.
He went into the pits and got disqualified.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
right.
fair.
Do we just do a quick reset and allow the people who've DNF'd outright not to race, but the people who are still in to race?
Yeah, I feel like he should get his restart for that.
Does everyone agree to that in the VC?
I feel like that's fair. That was an unfair DNF.
That was just the game being the game there.
Yeah, I've had experiences like that, and it is miserable.
Okay, there's one of two things we do. We restart everyone with 35%, or we just restart 35% without everyone. Everybody retire, please, in the VC you can hear. We're going to restart. We're going to restart due to the issue. I've just seen Spirit take out half the
field. Spirit will become the cannon.
Right, guys, yeah, retire from the race, please. Retire from the race, everyone. Everyone retire, everyone retire. Just a ping for those who want in the VC. There we go.
Alright, well, I can say my wish for a clean race has not been met
so far.
So far, hopefully with this restart we can neither car managing to take themselves out in the runoff.
Right. Right. The grid will be the grid as is a lap before the lap before the person got disqualified. So the grid will be how it would have been. Yeah, all drivers are allowed back. So the grid will be before the Haas came into the pit lane. Everyone gets to rejoin, and Lewis gets to start the race properly.
All right.
Everyone is lucky there, really. I need to pull up the.
Yeah, even the people who crashed out.
Yeah, ignore
normally.
this. We're gonna quit to menus. It was blame EA for having a stroke with making the game.
Yes. Drunk.
Exactly. Right, everyone skip through these menus.
Yep, skipping.
Right, I'm going to post a photo. I'm going to make the grid in general. So, it will be a 35% race to the end. So, no interviews will be done at this time. that was a very unforeseen glitch. Termeister, I know you're going to create the lobby. Just say it in general then. We may be able to get one more driver in as well.
That is very unfortunate for Kevin.
Yeah,
though.
everyone who crashed out. Yeah, we're gonna have like a quick 5-minute break to fix everything.
All right.
We're gonna have a 5-minute break.
While you're doing that, then I'm gonna go quickly grab myself a drink and.
Why does it put me in red? I didn't pick a team. What?
Right, I'm gonna quickly
Right, no one.
do some
no
maintenance.
one is allowed up on stage.
So I will quickly be back.
We'll re-invite you in a moment.
All right.
Right. So who are we missing? Anyone? Yeah. Right. Everyone will get a re-invite. I didn't mean to call you a wet Tory then, Gaggles. That was just a misinput. I meant to say wet to, yeah, wet to something else. Completely backwards, but you know. We're missing Tame, and I think that's it. Not a Tory. Shut up. You're a Tory. And I'm gonna re-invite certain someone. They're not online on EA anymore. That's bloomin' brilliant. And there is confirmation that Bartek has a 5-second time penalty for that previous race incident with the Alpine spinning him out under the first safety car. So, confirmation of that there, so he will be getting another penalty point. There you go, Tame, I'll invite you now. I love the fact your thing is Among Us. I love that. I wonder how you did that, because that's actually quite well made. Hold on, Tame, are you in the stage right now? If you can hear me speaking, you're in the stage. It basically means admins and over can speak in it, but people without admin can't. It's like a proper commentary booth where only select people can talk in it, so me, Gaggles, Thermeister, and the FIA have abilities to speak, but no one else. That it's basically just muting everyone for a race without muting everyone. Part of community mode, it's quite nice. So yeah, we'll just have a brief break until we can get everyone back. We've got Gaggles up.
Quick little update.
There you go.
There will be a 5-second time penalty for Bartek after the race.
We have said that it will be applied after.
Yeah, yes, that was
that
was a clear cut, I think, collision between him and
I'm
the.
just gonna do a quick FIA vote. Because I think this is a good idea.
What? What do you mean for what? We mentioned this live. During the first lap, after you lost your front wing, you spun the.
Right, FIA, please vote on that little vote I did. If you want to do the other one, add the other reaction. Oh yeah, Luxie, I need to invite you. That's who we're missing. Okay, right. I thought we were missing more than one person. I knew we were missing more than one person. Yeah, Gaggles and Thermeister as well. If you could vote on the FIA thing, that'd be. I can add that penalty point for him now as well. That's madness. It's not going well for Bud. He's got 3 penalty points.
Man, yeah, well, because we're running technically, we're running a reduced season, right? Like less
12
races.
Seasons.
Yeah. But like, we're not running every race every season.
No, not at all. Okay, that's
No.
confirmed. Okay, that 5-second penalty stays. Is everyone back? Just confirmation. It's every single.
All right. So yeah. All right. So Bartek has a 5-second
Yeah.
penalty. Then.
Also, put yourself in.
Zazu, get in your car.
Luxy, bro, get in your car, bro.
Am I still waiting on an invite?
Who is? No, for me, you're in.
Zazu, get in your car. Luxy, get in your car.
I don't have you added. Thermeister, add him. Let me have a look at this grid.
Yeah, I've been getting my invite. I've been getting my invites to Thermeister.
Yeah, Thermeister. No, we're waiting on.
Joining now.
Luxy, wake up. Oh yeah. Oh wait. He's not in the VC. I think he gets the idea there. It's quite blunt, actually. Someone ping him in DMs. Wait, we might be able to get red online. Oh yeah, get into spectator mode as well, Raven, or whatever your name is.
Yep. Sorry, I was just... Someone sent me
Right,
something.
there we go. Everyone's ready, I'm pretty sure.
Alright. So, yes.
For the, hopefully, last time, everyone can ready up, and then we can get the race started again. Don't spam it. Don't be a little twat. That's referring to multiple people there. Thermeister, Zuzu, Spirit.
Bartek.
So again, don't spam ready up, please. Don't be mentally deficient today, please.
I'm sorry.
We should do the Mexican wave next time, says Tame. Jeez. So yeah.
If y'all can pull off the Mexican
If you
wave,
do it seamlessly, that would be something else.
That would genuinely be amazing.
So
I would love to see that if you could pull it
After a red
off.
flag period, shall we say, because the track kind of had a drain cover issue. That's what we'll blame that red flag on, a drain cover.
we'll blame it on the old drain cover.
Yeah, that's our
excuse.
cover up today, a drain cover.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Exactly.
I mean Singapore.
Those darn drain covers, says Thermeister. I did a Verstappen hit.
How many times have drain covers been an issue in Formula One? Because it's been a lot. It's been at least 5-6 times over the last 10 years alone.
There was one in Malaysia, 2017 Grosjean. He blew a tire on it.
There was one in.
There was one in Baku.
There was one in.
And his Williams.
There was one in Monaco a while ago. There was one in Monaco.
Yeah. 2010 Monaco. Again, another Williams. Carlos Sainz recently. Is there another?
I mean, obviously there was the one in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Anyway, everyone's in all of a sudden. So for the second time, we are go. It was a very long held there, but the field is back underway racing, and it is a very good start from Pillsbury. As we go from the back, and there is contact, and one of the Mercedes is Spirit. He's spun around. He's back going again. Luckily, Pillsbury involved in that first. Bartek involved in that first lap incident. I feel Pillsbury's up to 5th.
I will point. Did Gagler serve his 5-second penalty from the
yeah,
first
because
go
he
around?
did pit at least once under a safety car there, so... And there is
All right,
minor
then-
contact there, and Bartek spins Kian. That is caught on the live stream.
Whoa!
You can watch that back in HD quality. By that I mean
780p.
Rewatch that. I need your opinion on that, because for me that's a slam dunk penalty again.
Okay, can you give me a link to the stream?
I'm going to repost it because I feel nice. Anyway, Gaggles leading the way by quite a margin. Thermeister just behind him. Yeah.
Thermite, I think Thermite has done very well with
As
this
we
restart,
see,
I think.
Killspree ahead of Tame after a drain cover malfunction, which left the potholes open, which might have caused the DNF from Killspree. I think that's his cover-up now. But anyway, the top 5 are barely separate from each other.
It is remarkably close up front.
Gaggles is out the DRS range though, which is the crucial thing here. As Gaggles sets the fastest lap, we do see the top 5 separated by, what is that, 3 seconds? Tame, I think, is just easing off. I think he's going to let the people ahead of him cook their tyres up a treat. Right. Let's see.
I am rewatching the stream.
Gaggles is the only person on the soft tyres. Also, the 35% roughly works out properly. As we do see an overtake, the Alpine getting ahead of Gaggles' teammate, the McLaren driver of Lewis. There's a good old fight here. Bartek is involved. I think there was a bit of a tap on the rear from Lewis and Bartek. There's more side-to-side action. There's more touching as Lewis is into the wall and he's out. And that might be a safety car. It is a virtual safety car. Ooh, Lewis.
Ooh. I will say, I think I've just rewatched that. I do think that is another penalty for Bartek.
FIA deliberation room. Again. While we have this VSC.
Again. Oh, was that Bartek that hit Lewis?
No.
Who hit Lewis?
Lewis overcooked the corner. Like, completely overcooked the corner. Like, I'm talking, he went to go for a move on Bartek, and he just kind of didn't brake properly. Bartek.
Oh, was that who spun you in turn 1, Spirit?
Oh wait, what happened to Spirit? Yeah, I wanted to know. Bartek spun you.
Bartek
okay.
spun you. Okay.
If there's a clip of that, we'll check.
Yeah, make sure to clip things.
Bloody hell.
You see that? I was busy. I was checking that replay. I was checking the replay.
Melee through the first corner. So, also, virtual safety car, I feel, is about to end here. And it does end. Bartek gets ahead of Spirit there. The end of the virtual safety car. Thermeister ahead of Polaris. These two are going to be side by side. DRS is enabled this lap, I believe. Yes, it is. Thermeister has the DRS, but can't get ahead of Polaris. Side by side action between the Ferrari and the Williams.
Ooh,
it's
very close.
Thermeister, as it's starting to rain already.
Oh,
the rain has suddenly come down. As there's a yellow flag out, it's for Spirit. He's lost the rear. He's in some runoff. He's going again. But it is definitely starting to rain in that first sector. It
is starting to rain, and it's picking. It seems to be picking up quite quickly.
The middle sector appears to be dry.
When race ban for Bartek. What is the
10 points
ban?
for race ban, and Bartek's accumulated 4 in 2 races. The rain.
Well, it might. That might be another point then for that collision with.
We'll confirm some things out. So as it stands, though,
yeah, we'll figure that out.
As it stands, it is definitely raining over the pit straight. We can confirm that outside the commentary box, which we're totally sat in right now. It is very
we are
starting to drizzle, as you can see on the cameras here. It's very, very light for now, but it is starting to come down slowly. So could we see 1 or 2 of the drivers
the one place
further back coming into the pit lane?
The one place you don't want to be losing grip on
is this track.
Is this track. Like, also Monarch. A good chunk of street tracks you don't want to be losing grip.
As
grip
we
is
do
incredibly
see
important.
Into the pit lane. So I think He's risking pitting on Inters now. it has just started raining, so it will take a lap or two to intense, I feel. But it could just stay a drizzle for the next sort of 5 or 6 laps. We don't know. As there is a fight between Tame, Kian, and Killspree. They are very side by side there through turn 5. Through turn 6, sorry. They were side by side. I am genuinely shocked they didn't crash out then. Genuinely surprised.
I know Bartek is annoying you all, but I can't just demote him from the league.
Yeah, not yet at least. Season 2 maybe, when we bring in Formula 2 properly. As there's fighting between Killspree and Kevin here. The rain is definitely coming down.
Given the way...
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm already seeing people start to lose their little
Thermos
grip.
in the big moment in the background of the shot there. And I mean a big moment.
Like,
wow. As there's a yellow flag out.
That was one hell of a back. That was
Spirit.
one hell of a near backspin.
Spirit spins, loses an end plate. It appears it's just the end plate. He is ghosted, so it should be fine. As we see Killspree and Kevin coming into the pit lane. As Kevin gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Wow.
Oh. Make sure that is an unfortunate
as well. Bartek.
Spirit. I can't believe that Spirit has lost his wings 4 times this session.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, Bartek versus what's his name? Luxy here. They are side by side. They touch.
Wheel to wheel contact.
They're both cleanly through. We are getting frame rate pauses. I'm sorry, this is just the game being the game. Unoptimized as hell, unfortunately.
I seem to be having it run better than you.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It happens sometimes. Anyway, Bartek versus Luxy here. They rub wheels again. These two are trading paint and carbon work like it's nothing. I mean...
It's not going to be good for the tyres.
I mean, they're going to come in anyway soon because it is starting to rain, so they don't really care for the tyres at this point. Bartek versus Luxy. Luxy versus Bartek. Round where the sling was before. Bartek tries the outside line in towards the Anderson Bridge. Bartek still behind. The rain is definitely coming down now. It's getting heavier. Will the DRS be disabled this lap is the question. Bartek has the DRS though.
I feel like
it's still on. So Bartek is going to try and get the move done. And there's contact and they're both off. The Alpine brushes the wall.
Ooh.
I think that was just a missed braking zone and the wet conditions. Bartek, get going please. Oh, he's letting his teammate through.
Bartek.
No, that was some good strategy from Bartek.
Bartek came through that way worse though.
He did, but I think Bartek was coming to the pit lane anyways. We see Gaggles in the pit lane. Tame inherits the lead here. So I think that was some...
I think...
Go on.
I think given the rain, it would be mad to not pit this.
Bartek stays out.
Inters. Stays out. Interesting.
As there's a yellow in the middle sector, and it's for TTV Kian, who also has suffered wing damage now. Oh no! It's a pit stop malfunction for Alpine. They've sent the driver out on softs. Alpine have sent their driver out on softs, and Spirit gets a penalty for speeding under a safety car. Sorry, the safety car must have come out because of Spirit's front wing coming off.
No, it wasn't because of Spirits. It was because of...
yeah, TTV, sorry. Yeah, TTV.
Yes.
TTV Kian. Yes, my bad there, Lewis. I am sorry. Not Lewis, Spirit. Oh, it's going to be Mercedes double stack. As we know, their double stacks have not been good this season. Are they going to do it good? Yeah, they do. They get him out just ahead. Right, we see our current race leader, Thermeister. Not Thermeister. Tame. That's the one. Too many drivers. So Tame Super Jazz leading the race. He is definitely coming into the pit lane this lap. Everyone on the soft tyres. As we see a 5-second penalty for Kian for crossing the line on pit lane exit.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
So how the penalty points work, for those who aren't aware, the in-game penalties do not give you a penalty point. So the in-game penalties just demote you positions. The penalties, the FIA and upper stuff like me, FIA Raven here, etc., those give you the penalty points. So you can get as many corner cut penalties without getting disqualified, and then you're good.
I will add, if you want an easier way to refer to me, you can just refer to me as Raven.
That's what I've been doing. As Spirit again gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car again. So really not his race. And both Mercedes get a drive-through now. It's going to be close on pit lane exit here. Who's ahead? I think Gaggles has just got it done under the safety car. Gaggles inherits
I tell you what, it has been a messy safety car.
It has been. The rain came down at the wrong point, or at the right point even for some.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely made it harder for some people. Though I think though Thermiter has lost 2 places, it's probably been actually quite helpful for him because it's broken up the grid quite a bit. Whereas previously he was dueling pretty heavily with the people around him. He's now
specifically. He's got a real chance now.
Thermiter was stealing with Thermiter.
Yeah. Sorry.
But you mean Bartek?
No, I was going to say Tame was fighting with Thermiter. It's been a long day.
Well, I mean, he was fighting with both. Anyway, my point is he now has the spacing to actually try and get up and get some more positions instead of having to constantly guard from behind.
If we look at the tire digs right now and who's on what, we can see that TTV, what? Tame Super Jazz has the freshest intermediate tires. And he only lost 1 position from it. 1 or 2 other drivers.
It was an incredible pit stop.
It really was. Hats off to the Alfa Romeo team there.
There was a heavy amount of luck involved though, in that a lot of people were either incredibly slow or had their own mishaps in regards to pit-based shenanigans.
Anyway, I see this top 5 later in the season, sort of like round 7, round 8. These 5 being locked in an intense championship battle.
Yeah, I feel like if Thermiter can have some really good races, he's got a real shot at contending for those top 3 positions.
Yeah, technically no one lost out under the safety car, but I'm pretty sure the Haas driver is down a position from where he was a lap ago. So, or at least before everyone started pitting.
I'm going to quickly check the race director.
Yeah, you should. I'm not going to risk it again because I don't want to get stuck in a menu.
Yes. No, I've had that issue before.
Yeah. So as we can see, the rain is definitely coming down. The question is, will it come down any harder?
Yeah, no, Bartek had 2 collisions in lap 1 that he got warnings for. One with Spirit and one with Kian.
Well, there you go then. Bartek caused the collision which spun both Mercedes cars on the first lap. Right.
Yeah.
It turns out someone did press A too early, and it means that Kev and people alike don't have their full setup on. Ah, right. Polaris has just said, because of where he started, the incident with Kian was not Bartek's fault. So that was just...
No, I didn't... You were the one who said it was his fault. I was just pointing out that they did in fact have collisions with Bartek.
I'd assumed it because the penalty system... I remembered it was this game's penalty system, so... Bartek, I think, will just get the end of the safety car before he gets called in.
Maybe.
Okay, it just turns out Kev was slow at putting his setup on. So... Bit of a shame there. Even though he doesn't have a setup on, though, he's still running in 4th. He's having a spiffing race so far. Nah, yeah, someone did press that too early. Safety cars coming in this lap. So Gaggles, I think, is going to try hold this for as long as he can to try and back the pack up to cool their tyres more than they need. Anyway, it's going to be a very, very tense safety car restart as we see the safety car making their way. They're just on the straight before the pit lane. Gaggles decides to not go. He did a dummy there. Does he go now? No, he doesn't. He's holding the field as long as he can. He's trying to get Spirit back in this fight. I have a feeling, though, he's going to hold it till the start-finish line. Never mind, he's gone. Gaggles takes the lead, or continues the lead, across the line. We can see...
Relatively even racing line,
we
but right
see
down the middle.
Killsbury trying to go down the inside, backs out of it wisely. If he didn't, there would have been a definite huge piece of contact there between P1 and P2 and P3. Would not be the first time we've seen that in this league, especially after Japan.
I feel like if there was contact like that while everyone's this close together, it might spiral into a big pile up.
It probably would have been if it
session.
was the top two. We see Tame Super Jazz green in the first sector. He's improved somehow in these wet conditions. Oh no! He's off! Our championship leaders in the runoff.
There was contact between Thermiter and...
There's more contact!
Blazing as they...
Oh! 3 cars all touching! Thermeister brushes the wall.
Thermiter getting bounced into the wall as well.
Bartek taps Thermeister. TTV Race gets back through. So the Williams cars, now at the front end of the field, they really are not where they hope to be in order to maintain the lead of the championship in the team side. They've got a high chance of continuing it as Spirit gets a penalty for crossing the line on pit exit. Spirit's on the hards and has crashed. Spirit, can you tell us what happened there, bud, please? I think there might have been a tactical reset there. Oh, we see TTV in the runoff. There's so much going on here, I'm struggling.
I am struggling a little. I'm trying to pass out what happened.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to Spirit, because I think he suffered a game issue. But anyway, we do have the Alpine making contact with the Haas. Almost made it stick around the outside. They're too wide down the back, down the main straight there. We're going to get the...
I also want to point out, from the way it looked like on the Thermiter incident, I hope we can get some clips of that from different perspectives.
I know Thermiter's recording.
But yeah, it looked like while they were wheel to wheel, Kevin ended up just going wide, and because Thermiter was on the outside of that, it pushed him into the wall. And while he was trying to recover, the Alpine came up beside him and then bounced him back into the wall.
That's right, Polaris came in to serve a penalty, and TTV Race came in to serve something, I don't know what. He's changed his tyres. As we see, though, the Alpine of Luxy gets ahead. Spirit just confirming he retired due to a game issue. I'm pretty sure he'd like me to say that rather than the actual Reezy DNF.
Block my brakes.
Yeah, he kept
learn how to brake.
Yeah, he kept having brake issues. Anyway, Tame, Super Jazz, and Gaggles really have left the pack. They're 8 seconds ahead of everyone else due to this fight going on.
I feel like Thermiter would be further up ahead if he wasn't bounced into the wall twice.
Thermiter, though, is side by side with Kevin. Into the tight.
He's not going to.
Oh!
He's not going to take that position.
He might. He has.
I don't think.
He's let him through.
Ooh.
I think the Haas played him dirty
excellent...
there. But the Haas does have the slipstream in the wet, which is key. Even though
that was a clean recovery though from what could have easily been a race ruining
crash. Yeah. But this fight here has let Luxy get much further ahead than he needs to.
I want to point out, throughout all of his misfortunes, the only thing that has kept Thermiter going is a base of genuine skill.
I mean, we haven't properly seen his wet performances yet this season, so hopefully we can see some of those now. But yeah, as it stands, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Got distracted for a second there. As it stands, though, Thermite with a bit of a twitch on the throttle. But yeah, leading the way. The top two, there's a slightly lower gap than there was before. But yeah. Gaggles versus Tame is going to be the fight everyone's going to be talking about after this race.
The pack has separated out quite a bit.
Yeah, it has.
We are halfway through the current session though, so
Yeah, that is one good thing. Also, because of this, everyone technically gets 2 more racing laps, so I don't think anyone really minds, as we see Luxie getting a penalty for corner cutting. He's so far ahead, it won't matter.
to be fair, I don't think that's Luxie's first penalty.
It's not this race, but it will be the ones that count towards the end of the race that will really, really matter.
Let me just double check how many penalties Luxie has.
Before, remember, he got a couple, but that was his first penalty. There's a yellow in the final sector. It's TTV, Kian, who's gone off the track.
Kian has a 5-second.
Yeah.
Killspree has a 5-second. Spirit has a 5-second. Well,
Killspree
it won't
served
matter
his
about
5 seconds,
Spirit.
so
It won't matter for Spirit.
I think Killspree is trying to wait for a safety car.
Yes.
The top 2 are even closer than they were last lap now, so
There is going to be, I feel, be a real fight between Gaggles and
Gaggles
and
It
Jazz.
must be called Gaggles, spelt weird.
Ah,
Which is different to
Gaggles.
his actual
Fair
surname,
enough.
which is Gaglee. There's like a whole lore behind his name here, which is quite funny.
we don't have time for that. Let's focus on the race.
The important thing to note is we do have a Max leading the race.
Oh, Kevin into the wall.
Really? Is it bad?
Yeah.
He...
I think he lost part of
Right,
his
let's have
front
a
wing.
look. We're
it
going to
looked
get
like-
a replay of the Anderson. Yeah,
It
he's
looked like-
missing
it
an
looked
end
like
plate.
him and-
Right side end
It looked
plate,
like him and Bartek. It looked like him and Bartek were fighting, and he just ended up in the wall somehow.
I don't know if he's recording. It would be smart for those who can to record, as we just see Thermeister tapping the wall with his rear tyre. Of course, now the orders Bartek and Thermeister. Thermeister ahead of Bartek.
Kevin, unfortunately, is probably going to have to pit for that.
That's minor, especially in the wet, because you're not relying on your aero so much in the wet. I know that. Yes, it helps, but you're really trying to rely on the pure speed of your car. As he might have to pit now that I look at it, because he's just brushed the wall again. Yeah, he's coming in.
It doesn't look like he has a. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has a great deal of control.
Yeah. And I think he's going to serve that other penalty with him as well. This could spell something good for Killspree, our championship leader here. So could we see him possibly... Yeah, we do see the Haas driver coming in and serving his penalty. This does help Killspree. He gets ahead of the Haas. It's going to be tight on the exit, I feel. No, it's not. Never mind. So yeah, the top 2... The gap staying relatively similar, as Gaggle has a huge slide on the rear then.
That could have been. That could have been.
That would have been
bad.
the top 2 out then, and then we definitely would have had a brand new race winner. Woo!
A waste winner. Ooh.
I'm losing it today. I genuinely am. It's been a very long one.
It's Wabbit season.
Wabbit season. Oh, and it's side by side
Wabbit.
between Kian and Kevin here. The 2 drivers with K's in their name.
Tell you what, Gaggles is driving really well, but Jazz is not going to let him have it for free.
Because of that
'Cause
moment.
it looks like Jazz might take the position.
But because of that moment, Jazz is right with him. I think Jazz is just going to wait to the main straight to get ahead of him. He doesn't want to bide his. He wants to bide his time. He doesn't want to try and powerhouse ahead of him, because if he does, it might cause a crash, an unwanted crash at that. So I think he's just going to stick on him till he makes another mistake, like he just did with the rears, lighting him up.
Indeed.
So the race is in its more quieter phase now. We have the occasional loss of the rear moment. Thermeister got a much better exit there. If it were to stay as is, Thermeister would get second in the championship, I feel. It's very close between Gaggles and Thermeister here. Gaggles using all the track he can to hold him off. And it just about...
Not Thermeister, Tame Super Jazz.
Again, long week, and it's only Monday.
It's only Monday, and it's already been like...
I'll tell you what, this league has made me happy. This is the highlight for my Mondays now.
I mean, Yeah, you got to enjoy. You got to enjoy your Mondays somehow.
Monday's a pretty drab day as it is. But, you know, as we see Tame having a slide on the rear.
I'll tell you what, even if Thermite can't get after the pole, I feel like fourth is a pretty damn good performance considering all of the chaos of this race.
And especially because of his previous season's issues. You know, round 1 he suffered with lack of grip, and then round 2 he suffered with Bartek. But
and round 3, half of the track is still suffering with Bartek.
Yeah. But no, but really, the two closest cars are the ones we're watching, and Bartek and Thermeister are the next two closest cars. So, yeah. And then it's close further back. But I think, unless someone retires or someone crashes and loses their wing, there's no way the field's bunching up together. It's close at the top 2 again, though. They are within half a second. Thermeister taking a slightly different line. Is this going to pay off? He's
apparently, according to Kev, Bartek ran him straight into the wall.
Ah, right. Yeah, Kev, if you
back when he lost part of his front wing.
Kev, if you have
like I saw you hit the wall. I didn't see what led up to it. Yeah. If you have a clip or recording, I would be more than happy to look at that for you.
Also, Red had to miss the race.
I have the clip.
Personal things. If we do have a clip,
if you can put that clip into
share it after. We want to try to continue this race, not have a stupid
focus on the race.
Focus on trying to score.
Focus on the race.
I'll give you a little.
You can.
Well, the race is nearly over, so it won't happen. This fight in the top 2 though is very intense. Tame's still on the younger set of tyres here. So this race, they're just a lap younger than Gaggles, but that's all it takes. A fresher set of tyres do mean everything in the long run.
Indeed.
If you're just slightly faster than the car ahead, that means you are slightly faster than them for the rest of the race. And I think Gaggles took that very wide by accident then. He went very wide then. I'm not sure if that was him losing the corner, because it just appeared he sort of understeered through there. But, yeah. As it's... I'm pretty sure, as it stands...
Ian's having a lonely race.
I think it was all over from that restart, really.
It has not been a good weekend for the Mercedes.
Mercedes outfit. It works Mercedes as well, specifically. They've not been enjoying their weekend so far. You know, one of their drivers crashing out in the qualifying. They've had, what, 8 different front wing changes this race? So really not good luck for them.
Spirit alone has made up like most of those.
Not due to his fault, because he really isn't a fan of this wet track. Tame has a run here.
To be fair,
never mind.
To be fair, I jokingly say learn how to brake, but I'm not very good on street tracks normally. The reason why I stick to judging stuff is because while I do own and play this game, I am not very good at driving.
Yeah, I suffer that, which is why I tend to own teams in various leagues. As we have an off, it's a safety car. Keying into the wall
safety car
on the racing line. This race has just got...
Keying with a front...
Yeah.
Keying with another lost front wing.
I think that marks Mercedes'
just after
change for its front wing. Should not joke about that. As Thermiter gets a drive-through penalty, luckily I think he'll be able to serve that under the safety car and not lose out too much. He is going slowly, Thermeister. We have cheers over the radios. We don't display the radios, but we have cheers over the radios for Polaris. And I mean that. They are some pretty hardy cheers. Yeah, we just see Kian serving one of his penalties and getting that front wing off. Thermeister, just come serve your drive-through, please. Right, is the Mercedes... He is going to get out ahead of the leaders, I believe. So he's at no threat from being lapped.
When did he get his drive-through?
What, Thermeister?
Yeah,
like, literally on the safety car. As the top 2 come into the pit lane. It's going to be a battle of the pit stops. Gaggles gets out ahead. They have to wait for him.
Apparently, Thermiter has hurt his wrist on the forced feedback from being
right.
quote unquote pushed into the wall by
I've
Kev.
seen that message.
After this race is over, if you have the clip, Thermiter, I would be happy to look at that for you.
I think Williams could be able to pull a strategy here. Never mind. I thought they were going to pit Bartek to let his teammate ahead to the end of the safety car. Anyway, Bartek might move up to third place here. Yes, he does. Bartek moves up into third this race.
It won't let him serve the penalty, apparently.
Oh! You need to serve it after the safety car. It's one of those.
You have to save it. You can't save it under. Yeah, you can't save it under. Serve it under the safety car.
That sucks, man. That sucks. So anyway, Bartek currently on the oldest tyres on the field. 10 laps he's been on these inters. Could this be a strategy from Williams, though?
I don't know how I feel about him not being able to serve that during the safety car. I understand vaguely why that would be in place.
We may just say where he finishes on track is where he'll be if he doesn't want to serve the penalty, so we'll just let him finish where he finishes on track for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he did technically serve the penalty by driving through the pit lane. Albeit, he had to take a stop, actually, so he's lost more time.
It'll disqualify him if he doesn't serve it.
Oh.
So effectively, what I'm saying is that we should add time back to him.
Very lovely message there. Oh my goodness, Tame Super Jazz, get off my rear. Great battle from him over the radio there. It's gone vice versa. They've both agreed to it. They've both said it's brilliant.
Yeah, the front two seem to be having the time of their lives.
You know, they've done all they need to, really. You know, they're just enjoying this race. They've not they're both trying to get up in the championship. As it stands, I do believe if the race were to end now, it won't obviously, but if it were to end now, Gaggles would definitely take the lead in the championship. And I think Thermeister might, Tame might jump Bartek in the standings. He's only 1 point behind him, so if Tame finishes ahead, he will jump Bartek in the standings for third. So, yeah.
How long would that time loss be roughly? Do you think that we'd have to add back?
I don't know. It's like a 20 seconds. I don't know.
Because he'll have to do the drive through once the safety car ends. So we'll have lost that time from the pit stop, which would have been about 20-30 seconds.
Well, I'll have a timer up when he pits, won't I? So.
True.
There's a lovely conversation going on in general right now.
The radios are.
The radios are lighting
lovely.
up.
Whoa! I don't know if you just saw that, but there was a bit of lag, and
The Alpine went wide.
Zazu ended up on top of Thermiter.
I probably caught that on the stream. I wasn't looking, but I probably caught it on the stream. I was too busy sorting out my phone, so.
There seems to be a lot of lag about them, and they keep tapping each other.
Yeah, no, I just see him go wide. I don't see him on top of him. Oh well.
Kev has admitted to pushing Thermiter into the wall.
This race has been a roller coaster for me, says Killspree, aka Polaris, over the radio. So it's good to see. I believe the safety car might be in this lap. It may stay out one more, but that would guarantee. Yeah, never mind. Safety car in this lap. So Gaggles.
In this lap, restart's about to happen.
Yeah, Gaggles has led most of the way.
I'm going to keep an eye on the sort of more towards the back.
It slows really far down. Let's see. Bartek's up 2 places.
I was half expecting some contact.
The Alpine's up 5. Right, who has the fastest lap? It's Gaggles so far. So the gap to the leader, very minimal. Let's see. Hopefully for the final, this will be the final 3 laps of racing, because there won't be a 1-lap safety car, I don't believe. Gaggles has sent it. Bartek holding the field up to help his teammate. No, he's not. Bartek is trying to go for it. These two drivers have penalties. Sorry, the two drivers behind him. Side by side on the straight. They're 3 abreast almost. Thermeister, the Alpine goes down the inside of Bartek, getting a move done. Kev is wide, but that is, I think, because he's fighting with Thermeister here.
Thermeister just holding on to his position.
Down the outside, possibly. Is he squeezed on the exit? He might have been. They're side by side. Is there contact? No, there isn't. Killspree's through. For me, a couple of these cars are bouncing on the track.
Killspree is pushing it right up the side of Thermeister.
Doesn't get the move done.
If he doesn't play it safe around...
he does! Killspree
he does get
into
it.
5th. His teammate ahead of him. And is there contact? There might have been between Thermeister and Bartek. Not sure.
Thermeister and Bartek, but it doesn't look like there was much damage done, nor any real spins, so...
I think Bartek is going to hold up Thermeister as much as he can. There may have been a piece of contact. Thermeister's very wide. He's in the wall.
Into the wall?
Loses part of his wing. I think there was just a bit of aggressive driving from everyone there. Bartek should be letting his teammate through.
Thermeister into the wall again.
Oh, and there's a touch. Killspree and Kevin.
And unfortunately, I think that's Thermeister's race. I think that's Thermeister's race done, because he'll have to do that. Yeah. He'll have to do the drive-through repair his front. To be fair though, it's only an end plate, it would seem, but he does seem to be struggling a little.
Sometimes it is a curse, isn't it? Anyway, the fight at the front has died down a bit. The fight here is between Bartek and Kev. Can Kev get into a P5 position here? That is the question. Through the final corner we go. Slightly cutting the track, just allowing, as Thermeister is very wide through the final corner. I was about to tab over to him because I thought he went off. Went very wide. He stays out. They are so close. Bartek versus Kev. We're going to watch Kev here.
Is Thermeister going to do his drive-through on the last possible minute, do you think?
On the last possible lap. Bartek is trying to defend from Kev to give as much space to his teammates as he can. And Thermeister takes out tries to take out Bartek. He takes himself out.
Thermeister just fully sends
it FIA chat, please.
Into
FIA
Bartek.
Chat, please.
I am...
So that shunted his race. Yeah, Thermeister's left, just to confirm. Anyway, the fight back at the front is the one we want. So
that is a quali ban and 3 penalty points
going his way, definitely.
For that attempting to end 2 drivers' races.
I think he was aiming for 1, but took out another anyway. So
didn't mean to involve you in that. Fed up with Bartek using his AI.
If he is, then we'll have a word with Bartek, because that shouldn't be happening.
Bartek shouldn't be using his AI anywhere near as much.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's Kian into the wall
again.
So I will agree. I will agree. Like during that, before that incident costing the end plate on his wing, he was driving very aggressively.
Yeah.
But again, I would also point out that Bartek was just did not seem to be reacting to him.
Yeah, I think that part was AI, but the defense after that was definitely not AI. That was just Bartek blocking. So anyway, Bartek. I
will say.
And there's a possible move for the lead. Tame Super Jazz on the outside of Gaggles. There may have been contact there. Does he get the switchback? Tame is on the outside for this corner. We have a lovely aerial shot here. Gaggles versus Thermeister. It's all picked up in the last couple of laps. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I do think we need to talk to Bartek about his use of AI. We'll speak to everyone
about this afterwards, after the interviews and such.
I feel like we need to, because we don't really have written rules right now. I feel like we need to have a rule about the use of AI.
Just and later. But yeah, just over a lap to go. Sorry, we've got a lap and a sector to go really here. Killspree could be in with a chance due to that penalty that is for the Alpine, so he would be on the podium. Gaggles goes slightly deep in that corner. Could we see Tame try to get the move on the last lap? Could we see him desperately make a move down the inside here? We won't know until the last lap. Gaggles went slightly wider than he would have hoped. It's very close. Going through the final 2 corners for the second to last time. He's going to take the flag. The top 2 are going to take turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Tame taking a slightly different line to try and hopefully get ahead of Gaggles. These two are closer than they've been the entire race, and this is really when it matters. This is when it kicks up. This really is.
This is the real. This is the.
Burmeister has a run. They're level. He's just getting ahead. He's superiorly ahead. Gaggles is a wheel on the inside. They touch. Tame Super Jazz takes the lead of the race on the last lap. Gaggles is going to try make the move again. He gets forced off. Just about. It's well within bounds.
Tame might just take this.
Tame Super Jazz, after finishing just off the podium after a last lap incident with Gaggles last race in the final sector, comes back in Singapore. He had, I believe it was a front row start here. No, it wasn't. It was a P4. No, yeah, P4 start from him. Down the back straight we go. As Gaggles spins! Gaggles into the wall!
Spins into the wall.
He's lost an end plate. The Alpine is going to fight him. The Alpine has a penalty, so this won't matter, I don't think. As the Mercedes is in the runoff in the middle sector again. I think the Alpine might just be demoted off the podium thanks to this penalty. So I don't think Gaggles will fight him too hard for it as he lags behind him. But the focus is on Tame Super Jazz. The dominance from Killsbury has fallen. Tame Super Jazz takes his maiden win in ALR. He does it in front of his own crowd. And Killsbury gets on the podium thanks to the penalties for the Alpine. In his first race, the Haas driver is going to claim P5. That DNF won't count. I assure you it won't count. They don't count at the end of the race as he crossed the line. He is second. Gaggles is second.
That was what a race. Gaggles and Tame. That was a
last lap to remember. No, Gaggles, you're still counted. Gaggles, you will be counted in second. You will be counted in second. You are second. You are not retired. You are second. I cannot stress that enough. It happened in the first race. Yeah, you're counted. It happened to Thermeister. It happened to Thermeister. You are counted. Did we agree to remove your penalty, Luxy, or no? No. What was the penalty for, Luxy? What was the penalty for? If you could tell us, please. What was it for? Cutting. Well, you clearly didn't. So we see Tame Super Jazz taking his maiden win. Well, if you have a clip, then we'll consider that. But as it stands... So yeah, everything will be carefully deliberated quickly, so...
Yeah, make sure to put your clips.
You had clips last time, dude. Well, what can I say? Kian gets his first finish, P6. Obviously, Gaggles will be counted in second. The Alpine in. Yeah, Luxy, there's nothing we can do unless you can prove that you did slow down. Thermeister was counted, but he will not be scoring any points this race. That's Bahrain.
One game. I'm sorry.
He gave me Bahrain as an option.
Interesting.
I accidentally clicked Bahrain.
Interesting tire stops.
It really was. It was a very interesting race to watch.
For example, yeah, you know, you had
Killsbury.
You Killsbury move on like 4 tires.
Yeah, very, very interesting race.
I suppose I didn't get my wish for a clean race, though.
Yeah. Yeah. As we said, we're not removing in-game penalties, so yeah, we don't remove in-game penalties. We did state this midway through the race, so any penalties you have accumulated, they are blamed on you. So I'm just gonna quickly force shut my game again, so I don't have any more issues. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly grab the official finishing order. That, of course, being...
That was. While you're doing that, what are your thoughts on some of the incidents we had?
Weird race. Weird race.
Worse or better than Japan, do you think?
Driving standards were much worse. I'm sorry, but they were sometimes.
There
very
was chaos
really
all over the grid.
It really was.
There was chaos all over the grid in places there absolutely should not have been.
Oh, I know. Right, I'm just gonna quickly confirm where people finished. The Haas mate, Kev, you finished P5. So and then Kian in P6 and Bartek in P7. And now I need to work out where the hell everyone qualified. We'll also start the Driver of the Day votes in a mere moment here.
I vote Bartek for at least making the race interesting. Not seriously.
I know.
I would say I would actually give that to Tame.
Wait, Spirit had a terrible race. Started 9th. Bartek started 8th. Then it was Kian who started 7th. Thermeister who started 6th. Kev started 3rd.
Yeah, both. I will point out every time Bartek used AI, it was directly to slow someone behind them down.
Which we will be discussing after the race. So.
Yeah, we'll.
Okay.
It was very clear that several times several times Bartek was using AI.
Yeah, that will be.
You could.
Yeah, that'll be spoken about. Driver of the Day vote is going to go up. Remember, it will only count for the first 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes. Okay, where did... just done this, hold on. Gaggles started 2nd and finished 2nd.
No, Thermite, you absolutely did try and crash Bartek out. You literally accelerated straight into him.
There is video evidence on the stream as well, so you cannot deny that.
Both DeFox and I saw that clean as day. Which is why you now have
3 penalty
Which
points.
is why you now have a quali bat. Yeah. You don't just missile yourself into people. So yes, while you had a genuine grievance against him for using AI,
you could have
don't
reported
react
him
by
afterwards and given him a penalty. Right, the vote is up. You guys have till 1:15 to reply, and then yeah. Anyway, I do not reply to any DMs about anything until the FIA talks have begun. that is to everyone. We're just going to quickly see who's currently leading the votes. Tame Super Jazz is leading the votes. So, because he's here, Tame, if you'd like to come up, you could be the first person to speak because you won the race. Let's invite.
That's not a good gift to use to defend yourself, mate.
Hello.
Welcome up. How does it feel to win
Hello.
your first race?
I'll be honest, looking at the calendar, I thought my best chances were Japan. So for Singapore, it's a bit
Bit of a shock.
it's a bit of a shock. It's redemption for last week, definitely.
I feel like you did very well, especially considering the wet weather.
I'm not too bad in the wet, really. Although I think it needs to be said that when you're behind another car, especially in wet weather, it's so much easier to keep pace and like look for where to make moves. So like Gaggles has done probably the best job of anyone in this race just for leading it for that long and having such a gap. So, and he was good in the wet last week as well, which I knew. So it was kind of like temper myself a little bit, make sure I'm not making any stupid mistakes, but also like I've got to push because if I don't, he will just pull away from me.
Yeah, you did very well on keeping on him and fighting him throughout that entire period, and ultimately taking the lead for yourself was clean.
I mean that's all I can really ask for other people, and so I always try to leave the space when it's there. So I hit him last week. I need to make sure I didn't do that again. That would be horrible. But yeah, props to him because we went wheel to wheel in some places I really didn't expect we'd be able to, and we kept it clean the entire time. So that's I'm more happy with the actual racing that we had than coming out on top because it's just so much fun.
You certainly did seem to enjoy yourself.
Also,
It was-
can I tell you this? You made contact with him once or twice without even realizing. So.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there were
I'll
a
have to
few
go
little
look at that.
there were a few little times you tapped wheels.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go look at that and see like what I can do to improve that, really.
Right.
But yeah.
Is that everything you want to talk about?
Pretty much the race for me was quite boring. It was just a lot of staying locked in and making sure the gap wasn't changing too much. So
Well, I mean, you had to. What about what are your feelings on the race restart?
I think it was fair. Personally, I would have said, we have if you DNF'd, you don't start again. But at the same time, it's not as fun that way to let other people go. So I've got no gripes with the restart. It was weird. It looked like he'd gone into the pit lane and paused. Because quite often what happens there is the AI takes over when you pause before you've passed the line, and it just shoots you back out on track, which is what I thought happened. So I didn't mind restarting because of that.
Gaggles apparently got a puncture as well, so I don't think that's helped his race very much.
No, he apparently ended up with a puncture when he hit the wall.
Yeah, over the line.
Where was
Last
that?
lap, right behind you.
Was
yeah,
it?
right when he was right behind you on the last lap. I think last few corners.
You overtook him, and then he just sort of lost it after the hairpin.
Oh, right. Right. Okay. I mean, I'll go look at that on my own point of view and make sure I left.
Oh no,
enough
you
space there.
were nowhere near. He lost it.
Yeah,
okay.
It wasn't anything to do with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if that's
I mean,
everything, you can go.
Yeah.
Where
do I sit?
Yeah, just.
Do I just go back?
So
into the
I
audience?
will.
I'll move you down.
Oh, thank you.
I will also point out to general chat, please behave civilly.
Yeah, don't swear, please. We are live. I did warn people before, but they don't listen to me because they're stupid. Stupid people. Right, Polaris, you're gonna come up. You've had an invite. There you go. Welcome. How are you?
Hello. Both happy and it was a rough race, but I got lucky and unlucky in so many different various manners.
I could tell. Are you happy for Tame that he's
Um,
finally been able to beat you?
yeah, I think he deserves the win. I mean, he drove spectacularly. To be honest, he didn't set a single foot wrong, and from what I saw, it was a great battle between him and Gaggles. So
That's great to hear. Great to see. Yeah. Gaggles is fed up with being allergic to winning. This being his third consecutive full race P2.
yeah,
Back-to-back P2s. This also means there have been 5 different podium sitters this season. So yeah. What
yeah.
happened with you? Because we saw you kept having minor little incidents.
Well, obviously there was the drain cover issue. I think the less I talk about that, the better. But off the restart, I made up some positions, and then I think it was going into wet conditions. I completely misjudged a braking zone and sent it off into the runoff.
I did notice that happen.
And after that, I was in a bit of a crap state, and I pit for new inters. And when the safety car happened, I was full of joy.
I could tell your radios were crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think Gaggle feels about finishing P3 continuously for the last 3 races?
If I was in his shoes, I'd be frustrated.
He has outwardly just said he is quite frustrated at the fact he cannot.
Yeah.
He did get the fastest lap though.
He did. Yeah.
I think it's Gaggles did, I think, quite well, especially for leading the race as long as he did.
He led almost every lap. When he overtook you, he started leading every lap. So.
Yes.
And then Tame just was on the back of him solidly the whole race. And then that final 2 laps, they were pivotal.
Yeah, I did see, but I was too focused on trying to stay out of the barriers. And, well, trying to keep other people out of barriers as well.
Again, I'll say this. If you haven't voted for Driver of the Day, do so now, please. Because it's going to end in 2 minutes. But so far, Mr. Termeister... sorry, not Termeister. Mr. Tame Super Jazz is leading the way with 36% of the votes. Anyway, if you can move back down, we'll bring up the next finisher, which is... everyone's favourite, Luxie. Again, Luxie, don't swear. You keep doing it, and I tell you not to. Stop.
Wait, if you swear, we'll hit you with the night bat.
No, I'm not gonna swear, but I'm rather, pissed off. It was, before the.
I'm not gonna swear.
No.
Swear,
but
immediately swears.
It's not a swear word. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very weed off right now.
Yeah.
I'm very angry right now. I'm sorry. I didn't know that word was an actual swear word.
It upsets some people.
I'm sorry, everyone. But
we have children in the audience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm dating a few of them, so you know.
All right. You right.
Okay.
No, you don't get an interview after that. No, I'm tired of it. No, I'm not dealing with it today. Kev, we're going to invite you up to speak. Come up here, Kev.
I made a joke pre-race actually. That was fairly prophetic in that regard, huh?
Yeah. Kev, you've got an invite if you'd like to come up. No, you've just risked my YouTube channel getting a demonetization strike. I've already got one. I've got one already. I don't have 2.
Luxie, you can't just say that.
Yeah, mate, you can't just be lucky we're not penalising you for this. Like a big slap on the wrist. Right. Yeah. Anyway, welcome, Kev.
My
welcome.
Welcome.
Right. Yeah, there was a few issues throughout that race.
We could tell. I see you got Bartek.
Right. Yeah, the start was all right. It was quite strong because I had my setup. The restart, setup was gone. Skill issue on my behalf. Can't lie.
It's not your fault. Someone pressed enter too early.
And I was stressed, forgot, and just pressed it, and I was like, oh well. Yeah, there goes my setup. With the reason I was disqualified, I tried to pit, and it just said I was disqualified.
I think it's because you
instantly.
overtook. I think it's because you overtook.
Normally you're allowed to if
Yeah.
you're pitting, which
It's a Singapore
just
pit
makes
lane,
it
though.
like-
It's not a good pit lane, I will admit.
it really is not.
It is the amount of pit-related incidents this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, the incident with Bartek. I was. Yeah, I don't know. You guys only saw the ending of it. What happened was he dove he dove down when we were side by side, and then he just took the corner like there was no one on his outside and just pushed me into a wall. There was nothing.
I see. Some good news for you.
If you've got a clip
You
of
can
that would
share
be.
I do have a clip, but it has really angry me in the background, so I don't.
It's fine. It's fine. The stream doesn't see the FIA stuff. That's private, confidential.
That is fine because I didn't. There is just me saying what the, and then you can guess what I say after.
What the hell?
Yeah. I would say what the hell for now.
Anyway, some good news for you. You've with that P5 finish, you moved into 10th in the standings.
All right, yeah, I'm happy with it, but obviously I could have gotten a lot more. I feel like I could have gotten at least like 4th or 3rd, maybe out of that. But
anyway,
yeah.
If you've got anything more, feel free to say it now.
Nope, that should be it because I need to get back to stuff. So.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to leave. We'll do a quick walkthrough of the current championship updates. I'll just.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
there you go. You've been moved down, so save us some time. So, Polaris still leads. His gap down to 13 points though as we go into the round 4.
It is getting the championship gap is getting narrower.
It is very much so. Gaggles 61 points. If you had 13, that'll give you Polaris's points of 74. Tame Super Jazz.
Luxy
is in 3rd.
No.
Yeah. Tame Super Jazz is in 3rd. Alfa Romeo take their win 74 years after F1's first race where Alfa Romeo took a 1, 2, 3. So, moving along, Luxy moves into P4 in the standings. Him and Tame are both up 1 position. Bartek down 2 positions, getting points but not getting good points. Kian now up 4 places from where he was before. Moving ahead of Red, Tame and Spirit. Kev, as you heard, got 10 points, which promoted him to 10th in the standings. He's also up 4 places. That demotes Lewis down a place and Dottie down another place. But that is your championship standings done for the day, and that